Hey everybody, welcome back here to A Place to Heal. My name is Marie, in case you've never been here before. And recently I promised you guys a teeth video. So I've always been pretty open about the problems with my teeth, and I did a video a while back. It's been a few years, right? I just woke up one morning and I thought, oh, I'm gonna make this video, and it just happened to blow up. And it just went viral, right? And it was just about swishing with wheatgrass. It was crazy. But I got a lot of feedback on that, of how great it was. It was recommended to me by an alternative dentist. And he's like, instead of swishing with regular scope or whatever, swish with wheatgrass. And it helps to heal cavities. So I want to take you through this teeth video and explain a lot of things to you, because there's a lot of people out there actually that want to know about teeth, because everybody's losing their teeth these days, right? So I actually, I don't mention this a lot, but I've worked with some of you that know this. I used to be a drug user. And then after I got clean, I ended up being a diabetic, and it was just one thing after another. I spent like literally a small fortune when I was in my 20s, getting those pretty veneers and, looking all great and everything, because I actually used to do hair and I was a platform artist. So I had to look good up on there. And I spent a fortune. I mean, I would spend every waking moment that I had that I wasn't working at the dentist. I'm having these veneers done and fillings done and all this stuff. And then in my 30s, I had the issues with root canals, because let me tell you, in case you don't know, those veneers are a perfect invitation for every parasite to live in your mouth. It gives them the perfect housing to live in, right? So, with the veneers came the root canals, and then, I spent a fortune on root canals. I lived in Seattle at the time, and I would literally drive all the way into Seattle and sit in that dentist chairs for hours so that I can get all these root canals done. And I ended up having root canals in my front teeth, the ones that I got the veneers on. And I mean, root canals, I'm sorry guys, but root canals, I've been asked this over and over, they're a waste of time, because if you get them in your 20s, I guarantee you lose your teeth in your 40s. 20 years is about all that I can see a root canal lasting. Everybody, and I'm talking everybody without fail, that has gotten root canals when they were younger like me has ended up losing the tooth later on. I even have family members that have had root canals, and 5 years later they've lost the tooth. It just I don't even know. Those crowns fall off. It's like we can send a man to the moon, but we can't fix teeth. I don't even know. So root canals are just a waste of time. And like I said, those veneers are an invitation. All of that stuff is just an invitation for parasitic issues to come into your mouth. Your mouth is the best thing I was ever told by a dentist is your mouth is a garbage can. That's all it is. And you have to clean your teeth and clean, your upper palate, and make sure underneath your tongue and everything, because your mouth is a garbage can. Okay, so I'm going to hit a few things with you. I actually ended up losing my teeth, and I went in and I had what's called like 4-on-4. So I had the top ones, awesome. Didn't have a problem. I saved and saved and saved. I had those done, I think 7 years ago. If you actually go back to my my beginning videos, you'll see that most of my videos were very quiet, and I used to talk like this, right? Because I had to cover my mouth. I didn't want anybody to see my teeth because they were pretty bad. So I saved and saved and saved. I got the up ones done, and I had to go through a specific oral surgeon to make sure I had all the bone fragments removed, and I mean everything. So I went and did it the right way. And They were great. I didn't have a problem. I love them. They were fantastic. But then about a year and a half ago, I was doing what's called skull crushers at the gym. And I was already having problems with my teeth, and I was trying to save my bottom teeth at all cost. And I was going up on the weight, and I don't know what happened. Either my wrist gave out, or I had done one rep too many or whatever, and the weight fell and hit me in the face. And I felt it crack. I felt the crack, okay? And instantly I knew I'm in trouble. So I went in, see my dentist, and he's like, yep. He goes, you broke them. He goes, right off at the root line. So I ended up saving my money once again and went in. And let me tell you, these things are just not cheap at all. They're just not. And I went in, I had the oral surgeon actually perform everything, do everything. And we went ahead and we put them in. And I knew right away. I knew it. The minute he put them in, he said, the guy that did these for you did them wrong. And I was like, no, don't say that. No, I'll get used to them. I'll learn how to eat, blah, blah. But I kept biting the hell out of my lip. And I was talking funny, and at night I was having issues. And finally I went back after 4 months. I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I have to go back. And come to find out, sure enough, they were made too tall for my mouth. So basically my jaw was always like this, right? And I was starting to have problems back here. And the clicking and everything else, I was starting to have a lot of issues. So they went ahead and we had to go right back to square one and had them taken out, had them put in. Now, the new ones I got put in month before last. So February. So I got them done in February, and these I love. They're perfect. I can deal with these. I can eat with these. They're great. So I want to help you guys. If you still have your teeth and, you don't want to do implants and, all this craziness that's going on nowadays, I'm going to tell you how to take care of this. Number one, get yourself, and I'm going to be putting the links underneath this video because go get them. Okay. Number one, a copper tongue scraper. Most of the bacteria that you have sit on your tongue. So anytime that you brush your teeth, don't just use a toothbrush. You're going to put the bacteria back on the toothbrush, and then you're going to rinse it out, and you're reinfecting. Get yourself a nice copper tongue scraper. I'll put the link underneath. That's the one I have, and they're great. And you just put on the hot water when you're all done. You clean out that scraper. And I know, don't start with me about, copper versus zinc and blah, 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 blah. Everybody should be taking zinc, so you'll be okay. And this is just 2 seconds of this copper hitting your tongue. It's no big deal. You're not drinking it. You're not consuming tons of it. You're okay. So you're going to scrape your tongue with it. Okay. Second thing, like I said, is when you're done brushing your teeth, when you brush your teeth, make sure that the toothpaste that you use does not contain fluoride. Fluoride is horrible for your brain, for everything. So try to get a toothpaste. I'll put the link below. Try to get a toothpaste that does not contain fluoride. When you finish rinsing and you're going to rinse out your teeth, do not use like Scope or something like that, all these over-the-counter, swishes, because they're full of sugar. So you just cleaned your teeth, you made them all pretty, you made them all white, and then you're going to put sugar back in. And I mean, they do that for a reason. There's people that actually have lost their ability to speak and, having problems swallowed and all that from all this junk that's in those it's like Scope and all these mouthwashes, okay? So if you're going to get a toothpaste, I would highly recommend a toothpaste with propolis. You can get them on Amazon. They're great. And they have oral antiseptic. And they also have for pain. So they have propolis 50% for pain. So if you have tooth pain or you have tooth issues or anything like that, anything with propolis is going to be wonderful for you. Okay. Before you even start cleaning your teeth, whatever, try coconut oil pulling. You know, I mean, it's not great to eat, but for pulling, it's great. It pulls all those toxins out. I was asked repeatedly, can I swallow it? No, you cannot swallow it. If you're going to oil pull or you're going to pull with wheatgrass or with a liquid chlorophyll, you can also pull with a liquid chlorophyll or sesame seed oil, which is the best. When you're doing that, all that bacteria is in that junk. You want to spit it out. Don't swallow it and spit it out into your trash can. Don't spit it out into your sink. If you spit it into your sink, you're going to take a chance of clogging up your pipes. Yeah, not 6 months from now. Yeah, not a year from now. But trust me, 2-3 years on down the road, you're going to be calling a plumber because that oil is going to start clogging up your pipes. So I use sesame seed oil. That's my favorite because it also helps with pain. And I swish, yes, even now, I still want to keep my gums nice and clean and keep all that bacteria from forming in there. I swish and I spit. Okay. So that's that. I will put, like I said, I will put all the links down below here. If you want beautiful white teeth, you cannot do this if you have veneers. You cannot do this if you have crowns or anything else that's fake. You don't want to do it, but you can actually use turmeric. So turmeric, you just mix a little bit of water, you put it on a brush, and you sit there and you clean them real good, and they come out beautiful and white. Okay, you do that for about 3 minutes. Make sure that you're very careful because turmeric will stain everything. So be very careful when using turmeric. All right, so I guess the only other thing that I have, oh, they also have the Therasol oral antiseptic. Okay, so all of these things are just made to save your teeth. I guess if there's one last thing that I want to say in this teeth video, all right, is people. If you go on YouTube, or you go on TikTok, or you go on Instagram, and you see people wearing dentures, okay? I don't know if you have checked, but number one, I hate the word dentures, okay? I call them oral prosthetics. It's just that, you know, that new word, yeah, oral prosthetics. Dentures are a thing of the past, okay? So whenever I see somebody and I know they're wearing oral prosthetics, shut up. Okay, I have seen this on TikTok. I have seen it on YouTube. I have seen it all. They want to call the person out. Okay, well, yeah, it's real pretty that you have white teeth because, yeah, you had dentures. You know, don't do that. Listen, like the cheapest dirt bottom, run-of-the-mill prosthetics that you can buy for your bottoms, which are the least expensive, your bottoms are like $600 to $800. A lot of people don't have that money. And then if they break, you got to come up with that money again. A good pair, you're looking at about $1,200 to $1,300 each one. Okay. When you're looking at implants, you're looking at upwards of $5,000. Okay, so some people can't get the best of the best. So they just don't want to run around without teeth. So they get the cheapies. But don't point that out to them. They know they're wearing them. You don't need to go there. I mean, we got to start having some kindness towards each other. You know, there is a story behind that. Either they're still having a ton of bone loss and now they've gotten loose and you can hear it, and you can see it. They can hear it. They can see it. They don't need you pointing it out to them. Okay? When somebody has any kind of teeth issue, they are not always a drug addict. It doesn't mean that they're a tweaker, or, because I used to love that. People would go, oh, well, no, I'm not, and that's where they would corner you at. Please have some sympathy for these people. What you have to go through with your teeth is insane. It is so degrading to have to take them out in front of a total stranger that you don't even know. The pain that gets inflicted on you, to sit there and have them all yanked out. I can't even begin to tell you how painful it is. A lot of people can't come up with the money and afford the best. Some people can't come up with the money at all to get those done. Sometimes they break, they can't replace them. So not only that, but a lot of these prosthetics, they cause a lot of blisters, calluses, all sorts of stuff. And come on, if you're an adult, if you are not 4 years old, you should not be pointing it out. And even you should be telling your 4-year-old not to point it out. So I've given you these pointers to save your teeth as much as you can. Chlorophyll, I know, does help if you have cavities. It does help to fix cavities and stop the cavities from growing. So chlorophyll is a good thing to swish with before and after you brush. It's really great. And chlorophyll tastes actually pretty good. So there you go. Brushing, they say that brushing is so important to not get cavities. I disagree. There is a video called The Beautiful Truth. It's from the Gerson Therapy, whom I studied under. And what I can tell you about this is that they have gone into Aborigine cultures, and these people do not own a toothbrush, have never seen a toothbrush, and have no idea how to brush their teeth. And they don't have a single cavity in their mouth. These horrible people went in there and they gave them some, foods that were not the best for them. It was processed foods and processed sugars. And a year later, they came back and they saw that they had at least 1 to 2 cavities. Every single member of the tribe had at least 1 or 2 cavities. So this goes to show that it's, all the processed sugars, all the processed foods. It doesn't have to necessarily be sugars. Processed sugars and processed foods that cause all this problem. So the closer we eat to our natural environment and our natural diets that we were supposed to eat, the more that we eat from the earth, the more colorful our plates are, the healthier that you will be. Not just physically, mentally, but also orally. All right. So there is my teeth video. And oh wait, I forgot one last question, because everybody asked me that, can you regrow teeth? Listen, as far as I know, unless you're a shark, the answer is no. I'm sure some people have claimed that they have, and some people have proof that they have, and everything else, but that has just been a fluke. All right. It's not everybody can do it. And like I said, unless you're, mommy, daddy, or baby shark, it's not going to happen. All right. So we'll see you next week with another great video. I'm going to keep you healthy, and all you got to do is stay happy. That's it. Love and respect one another. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye. Love you guys. Take care of your teeth.